How's it? I'm Daniel, and today I'm going to be giving you a very easy, cheap solution to bad lighting when you're doing video streaming of any sort. That might be vlogging, using your webcam for conference calling, maybe even broadcasting or doing online training. So stick around and I'm going to show you how to do it for very little money and very little effort. Alrighty, so in order to do this project, you need only a couple of things, and I'm going to try and keep it as easy as possible because I realize some of you might not have tools. I'm certainly not great at DIY necessarily. I have great ideas but bad execution. But I'm going to show you a couple of things that that will make your job easier. In terms of tools, a hacksaw to be able to cut through PVC pipe. Now you might have might have a pipe cutter or anything. Basically anything that you'll be able to use to cut a PVC pipe to size will be useful. In my case, I use the hacksaw. Something else you might need, almost certainly, is some form of a measuring device. In this case, it's just a good old measuring tape that they use on any sort of DIY project. I've got a 5-meter one, which is 16 feet for you imperialists. So what I have, and this is basically your cutting list and also your shopping list. I bought about, 3 meters of PVC pipe. They come in 3-meter lengths here in South Africa. That would be about 9 feet, give or take, for those on the imperial scale. And you're going to need to cut it to the following sizes. You're going to need to cut 4 52 centimeter lengths like this, or 520 millimeters if you may, if you like working millimeters, and this is 20 millimeter diameter PVC pipe, or conduit as some would call it. It's often used in electrical installations or in plumbing. So it's a good old PVC 20 mil. You need 4 of these at 52 centimeters or 520 mil. And very important to remember that those lengths are based on the LED strip lengths that I have. So your measurements might change depending on your LEDs. This is just a basic sort of idea. You're going to need 4 15 centimeter or 150 millimeter lengths, or for those on the imperial scale, that'll be half a foot, I think. Half a foot? I don't know how many inches is that. 6 inches? I don't know. You're going to need 2 corner pieces, 90-degree angles like that, 2 corner connectors, 4 T connectors. Again, in your particular area of the globe, it might look a little bit different, but they should have more or less the same shape. And then I also cut 2 little 4 centimeter little connectors, about what, 1.5 inches, 2 inches? Let's see. Let's not keep you wondering. Ooh, it's almost 2 inches. So, and these you'll just use as connectors. So you'll cut 2 of these pieces. And what we're going to do from here is basically we're going to be assembling a frame for our little LED lighting rig. Now what I have here is in South Africa, and I'm sure somewhere else in the world, well, everywhere else in the world, you'll get these made up LED systems. This one has 4 little strips, LED strips. They are all a cool white, or it's normally about a 6,000 Kelvin sort of color temperature. These are cut to 50 centimeters, which is, again, that's about 1.5 feet, I would imagine. And it comes with its own power supply. Now, why I chose the specific one for this project is 1, I don't like soldering. And 2, if I'm going to do I'm going to be doing something in terms of DIY and instructional, I'm not going to be showing people how to solder because I can't do it properly myself. So I bought one of these little systems. Everything in here is functional and ready. It's plug and play. What's also nice is that your little strips have little tape ends, or double-sided tape on the back side, so it's easy just to attach to something without having to use a glue gun or something like that. Like I said, a very, very simple little build. Okay, to start the build, here we go. And we're going to start with our 52 centimeter pipe. We're going to add 90-degree angle. Oh, I still have the little price on there. 90-degree corner angle like that. I'm going to take our next 52 centimeter length. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the T's, put them in like that. And see now our we've got a nice square frame. Now you take your two little 4 centimeter connectors, they go into your T connector at the bottom. There we go. Now it's time for the last 2 T connectors. Now you're going to put them in here at a right angle to the other one, and that is so that we're basically creating a base. You know, it's basically the stand. There we go. And these little 15 centimeter pieces go in here, and they'll be your stabilizers. And there we have the frame that we'll be attaching our LED light to. These little waterproof strips, by the way, they've got a little plastic covering over the LED strips. They have little corner connectors like this so that you can create all sorts of different shapes with your LED lights. Now I'm going to be using the 90-degree corners, and you just attach the little strips to each other. Now, again, depending on what you bought and what you're using in terms of LED strip lights, these ones have a little double-sided tape on the back. Take off the little paper backing. I don't have a huge amount of faith in this glue, but let's see. All right, so we've got one LED strip attached there. Now, like I said, I don't think this glue is going to hold very well. So let's use some cable ties. All right, I'm just going to attach it very lightly, and we can clean it up at the end, cut off the little bits that we don't need. There we go. I'm just going to attach it right here, because it would be really annoying if I'm doing a video and suddenly the light falls off. That would really not be great for my emotional well-being, I'm sure. So there we go. And let's trim them a little bit. Now again, you might want to use a glue gun. You might have some special sauce to do it with. You go ahead and do that. I'm using a cable ties. It's easy for me. But if you maybe want to do it, like I said, more permanently, some PVC cement could also do the trick. Let's take off the backing paper off. It's the moment of truth. Let's connect it. And there you go. That's what it looks like when we light with only this little LED light. You'll notice sometimes the LEDs have a bit of a color cast. Their CRI or their color accuracy isn't always great. In this case, this one is probably a lot more blue than white. But if you use your phone, or if you use the SLR or any camera for that matter, with an auto white balance setting or custom white balance setting, you'll be able to just dial in the normal skin tone. If you use your phone and use auto white balance setting, it will automatically just change the color cast to make it neutral. So that is what you're creating. But now, one thing I want to add, like in my case, I have a black background. Now, that could be fine. I'm also wearing black, I've got dark hair, so I start getting lost in the background. The question is, what to do about that? How do I separate myself? Now, in most cases, you will have a bookcase in the background, or you might have furniture or something in the background, and all you do is you switch on a lamp in the back or something. I'm going to show you another very cool, neat little trick to sort out your background if you are stuck with a dark background like I am now, or you just want to create a little bit of mood for your video. This is an awesome piece of gear. It's not a photographic light, it's a camping light. It works on battery power, you plug it into the wall, it charges, it even has a little USB charger so you can charge your phone or other mobile device on it. And you switch it on, it's quite bright. This is a 30 watt little LED strip. I think this is also a 25 or a 30 watt little camping light. Now, see what happens when I move this around me. See, things start lighting up in the background. So that's what you're going to use. You're basically going to just use a well, not even modified, you're just going to use a camp light or a desk lamp or anything that you have, and you're going to shine it on the background. Now, in my case, I don't have a stand built for this. It has a little handy little hook that you can hang it on, but whatever way you can do it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a chair, put it behind me, and light the background that way. So, here's my chair. I simply put it on the background, and there we go. I've got separation from the background, right there. So I can use it in the same way as I use my video light over there. I can simply take my little lamp, put it up high somewhere, make sure it catches a little bit of my side, and that'll separate me from the background. What's even cooler is you can add color to this, so just check this out. So what we have here is red cellophane plastic. You can buy this at any sort of stationery shop. It's basically like a wrapping paper. It's see-through. You get different colors. Basically just stick this over your light. Got a little red highlight that I can use on my face, on my background, or on whatever. So that's just a little quick little hack. Okay, so say you want to use your phone. Like on my other channel where I do music, I often vlog and I don't have my camera equipment at home. I don't have great lighting, so this is technically what I built for my for my other channel. You can do a couple of things. I mean, if you're using a GoPro, this will work as well. But the way to set up your camera, or your phone for that matter, is you've got a couple of options. You can use one of these little Gorilla Pods. I suppose I can take that away for now. You can use a little Gorilla Pod. This is a knockoff. And you get attachments for them. These GoPro attachments, or selfie stick attachments for phones. And I find that you just take this little top off. This is where the phone goes in. And however you want to put it, you can attach it like this. Go in there. And your phone will be dangling at you. Or you can put it down here. So those are all ways in which you can use this frame. This I bought in a gadget shop. So what you use this for is to attach your phone to your bicycle, to the steering wheel. It's just for your phone, so you can have it in front of you as you cycle, or for whatever mobile device you might need. I'm not a cyclist, so I don't know. And it comes with this handy little arm here. It's got a little ball head. And again, you can decide if you want to shoot slightly from the bottom, or if you want to attach it here. Mine is not very sturdy because it's an old bicycle adapter. I found it lying around at the house. I had to add a couple of enhancements via cable ties. But then basically you just attach your phone in there. There we go. And you can just adjust it. So let's see what it looks like. So the moment of truth. Let's see how my Samsung J6 performs. This is not a fancy camera phone by any stretch of the imagination. I've got my little camp light on my background. I've added another camp light, a little LED. You could use a torch, a desk lamp, whatever. I put my cellophane paper over it, shine it on my black background to create a bit of separation. And now let's see what our light rig does. How's that? Not too bad. They're quite powerful. I could use a little bit more light maybe in the background. Let's see if I move it around. My red light in the background is quite pretty. And I'm sure you'd agree this is a much better way of communicating your message to the world. Also a little bit of a side note, if you tend to carry a bit of extra weight like I do, I need to lose about 7 or 8 kilograms. It's best if you get your camera a bit higher to hide this little double chin situation that I have there, and you might have one as well. So this is my desk, and as you can see, the light's not great. It's really not fantastic, and it would be very difficult to get good video, especially with a mobile phone. So let's switch on our little light that I've put behind my laptop, between my laptop and my secondary screen. There we go. So what makes this very nice is that I can still see my presentation notes if I'm doing training or something maybe through WebEx, or I'm doing an online presentation. It's still easy for me to see my notes. I can control my presentation, but my face still looks nice. There's beautiful light on me. However, my background is kind of dark. I don't want my background to be distracting, but I wouldn't mind something in the background, especially if you're going to be using your office and it's something you often do, these presentations. Then maybe take a bit of time. Like I said, you can use one of these little camping lights, and you can put red cellophane over it and create a bit of a colored mood. But let's see if we put it on full power, what we can do in the background. So that's a bit better. So it's not dead, it's not distracting, but it's in the background and it's pleasant. Just look at that, pleasing, beautiful light, looks professional, and it's really, really easy and cheap to make. I mean, I've got 10 thumbs, and now this is the result. So I'd like to see how you do yours. I'm sure you can come up with enhancements and just a better way of doing things, but I'd like to hear from you. Cheers. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification button, and all my social media links below and all that. But thanks for just viewing. I appreciate that.